Alright, the first leg of getting to my camp was through the tunnel. Well, I thought that was going to be ankle deep water, but it was all ice. Now the worst part's to come. The Matanuska River. Right there I gotta get to, but I gotta get around all this snow and rotten snow and sticks and stuff. I am carrying a lot of gear. 3 gallons of water, my backpack, but I feel great. I haven't felt this good in 4.5 years. I'm gonna sleep out here for a night or two, then I'm gonna go to Whittier, camp out there for a couple of nights. So I'm gonna get out here and get set up. You might remember some of my old videos. I camped out here on the river. I get a fire started and get something cooked to eat. I'll get down here and hope. I should have brought my baffin boots, but I didn't think I was coming to Alaska when I left. But as soon as I get past that snow pile, I should be alright. Alright, we are at the Matanuska Bridge. There's the river. Fixing to go to the right. We're going to walk down about 2 miles. Yep, you can tell the moose have been out. There's your moose poop. Not that you wanted to see it, but now you know what it looks like if you've never seen moose dookie. Anyway, let's get to walking. I had to take my coat off. Hey, Loretta. Wearing your shirt. Anyway, let's get walking. Alright, yeah, there's plenty of driftwood for a fire. Plenty. There's the bridge. That's how far we walked. Let me do a panorama real slow. Getting close to where I camped. This is about where I camped last time I was here 3 years ago. There's Pioneer Peak. We kind of got some filtered sunshine right now, so the mountains really ain't standing out too well. But that's the Chugach Range. No, I'm sorry. I take that back. That's Pioneer Peak. Anyway, let's get down and get camp set up. Alright, I found a place, but it's a little bit too close for comfort. There's some people right over there. There's Pioneer Peak. But see the ice on the water? You can see the river over there. But that's what you call rotten ice. You can't go out on it without, you can, but I wouldn't go out too far. It should be all rocks underneath me, so it's like walking on a lava field. You gotta be real careful you don't punch through in lava. See, that's a good sign there's rocks underneath, so. There's Matanuska River. I found a camp spot. We'll go back and look at it. Somebody left some firewood there too. That's glacier meltwater there. Real careful here. Look how pretty. Well, you could just drink that. What swift too. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Alright, let's go back. Let me show you what I found. I'll stop the camera and get back across this ice. Well, it is a cheap $40 tent but it'll work. And somebody left a bunch of firewood. I hauled it over in my tarp, charging my phone with the solar charger. I gotta fix my camera. It's on 8K. Alright, let's see if this works better. I took it off 8K. Yeah, there's the tent. And it's not shaking as bad. And the firewood somebody left. And my solar powered, thank goodness I got that. But right now we're kind of getting some filtered sunshine. That means kind of some serious clouds in the way. There's the Pioneer Peak. Alright, let me get all my gear in my camp and get a fire started. Alright, I got everything moved in my tent. Now I haven't got my camo tarp over the top yet. It's still a little bit too daylight. Got everything in my tent all set up. Now my groceries, I always eat downwind about a quarter mile or more. Now I really like these. These are like hardly sweet at all. You ain't got much sugar. But let me get my camera set down where I can show you my protection here. It's a Sky 9mm. Only thing I don't like about it, there ain't no safety on it. Well, would help if I pulled it back. Let's see if it's in camera or not. Boy, that's tough. There we go. Whew. Make sure nobody's around. I mean, this is Alaska, it don't matter, but that'll scare off anybody. It's a nice little gun. It's got 2 clips. Of course, you have to put it in a lockbox to carry it on the airplane. It just feels weird going into an airport with a gun, but you got to have a couple of locks on it. Now, I had a trigger lock. Matt took me to Cabela's, and as soon as I put the trigger lock on it, I dropped the keys between the seat and console, and we could not find the keys. But Dave, last night, they let me stay with him in the spare bedroom, went out to his garage, and in less than 10 seconds, he picked that lock and got it off. So now, if a bear comes or some idiot that wants to start trouble, I can scare them off. Now, I'm going to show you what Loretta got me while I was in the hospital. Now, you've seen the Duraflame logs. Well, these things are Durasticks or Duralimbs. These are neat too. I don't know if any of you have ever seen them. They're real flammable. And I got me a bunch of paper bags for kindling. And my waterproof match holder. We're going to get a fire going. Just to tell some stories around. Oh, I thought I just heard that bullet man. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, everything's set up. Charging my phone. I ain't got to worry about running out, even though I got 2 power banks that are good for 5 charges each. Got my rabbit fur hat. Got all my canned food. I got some yogurt. I got some crackers. Let me show you. That's empty. That's just for my garbage. Well, yeah, Loretta got me these too. Never know they had hand warmers in a 823 pack. But we got some good crackers. And I love these pepper lemon. Got a couple other different flavors. I like black cherries, my favorite, but I got some blueberry. Now, Nally, that's my favorite chili. We got jalapeno. Another jalapeno. We got one with the cheese in it. And one, oh, I thought I got the one with the onion, the Walla Walla onion in it. That's alright. I love my chili anyway. So I am ready, except for the chart going over the top and getting the fire started. And we're going to do that now, guys. Alright, let's see if we can do this with that all that wind going. I put that Duraflame I put that Duraflame log down in there, and this is a kind of a new one if you've never seen before. Fire starter. I just kind of set it underneath. You just light the whole thing. You don't got to take it out of the. Yeah, rain's making it's evaporating, but that's snow actually making its way down to about 2,000 feet. Let's see if we can do this with one match. Ready? Alright, here we go. Yeah, it's neat. These are really handy. You can put cotton balls on the top of it. You can put your meds in here that you need every day. See, it's already, I can already smell that. Yeah, it got cold quick. Man, that wind changed directions, coming straight off the glacier now. Yep, there she's going. I'm gonna throw some better stuff. I'm gonna go get some more here in a bit. That way it lasts, because it's gonna rain. It ain't gonna rain. It doesn't really rain that hard here. It's just light rain. But if you look at the top of the mountain, you'll see how hazy it is. See, that's precipitation coming down. But if you look up, it's not that bad. It's just partly cloudy. I feel a little mist on me, just a few little drops. Yeah, that ain't gonna really work too much longer. I'm gonna have to use my battery packs. But anyway, yeah, man, it feels good already. Thank you, Loretta. I really like them things. Yeah, it ain't gonna be able to put off that much thermal heat because of the wind. I mean, radiant heat I'm feeling, but it ain't gonna put off that much radiant. I mean, yeah, radiant. What? Them things is burning good. Yeah, in Lake Louise. That last video I had from 3 years ago where I went to Lake Louise and I went to Safeway Cars and bought me some some of them rounds for like $4.99, pre-cut wood. Somebody asked me, what kind of hobo buys his own cut wood? And I said, one who's been hit by a car and his arm was shattered in 29 pieces and have 17 pieces of hardware metal in his right arm, and he's missing fingers, half his hand and his left. That's the kind of hobo that buys wood like that. But I still got me a hatchet and a machete. You know, I prefer doing it this way because you can get your own kind of wood. That's probably, I don't know, some of it's birch, but man, that feels good. All right, I'm gonna get that tarp put on my tent. It's just that wind. Whoo, mama, dearie. That sun's starting to come out now. Yeah, I got that tarp put on. I mean, it's not the best in the world, but I mean, it's on. And it helps camouflage the tent a little bit. I just went around and the edges and did some makeshift poking. Them tarps are so cheap, I just put a hole in them and use some of them little clips, them alligator clips. Just clip it from blowing off. Use another one to keep the wind from undermining that tarp. I just need to find one more for this in case the wind undermines that. So let's get inside and see how dark it is. Thank you, Mr. Wind. Holy. Oh. Yeah, we're getting about 18 hours of sunlight now. So as far as the sun up, so we're getting about 20 hours of light. And we're gaining about 6 minutes a day. Isn't that nice? My God, this is therapy. Man, this is therapy. And just in case, you know, some idiot comes by. So, usually you don't see meth heads come out this far, so. Or anybody on fentanyl, because they ain't got no reason to get that far from their supply. Let's get back out underneath. Yeah, let's throw a fresh one on there, one that ain't been, well, that one has been burnt. Let's see. Yeah, that's a little bit light. Yeah, that's birch there. That'll burn and pop. I love the sound of that oil popping in the wood. Now I gotta get some rocks and put around. I mean, there's really no reason for it because there ain't nothing around here that's gonna burn anyway. And look at this baby. Talk about your all-nighter. Woo-wee. I need a chainsaw. Yeah, I could probably get some off the end. I don't know, it looks pretty rotten to me. Yeah, that ain't gonna burn all night. I mean, that end piece might. There ain't no way, I mean, I'd have to feed it in, and I ain't doing that. That's smoky. Every time you feed in a big long log, it smolders and smokes all night. Yeah, this is looking way down the valley. Man, look how white that is. Ah, man. Yeah, I'm getting in better shape too. That's the only thing I got to do now is get in shape. I ain't felt this good in 4.5 years. And mentally, psychologically, I mean, there ain't nothing to compare it to as good as I'm doing. Being out here in this, oh man, I'm back in my element. This towards Anchorage. That's about where Eagle River is. Eagle River was the hardest hit in that 8.1 earthquake they had like 4 years ago. A lot of overpasses collapsed. But that shook up the ground a lot and kind of evened things out. So maybe there won't be another big one for a while. Anyway, I'm going to try to get some more wood over here. That way when it does get dark or rainy or windy, I ain't got that far to walk. I can just reach out of the tent. I mean, I really don't have that fire for heat. It's just something to kind of socialize around. Anyway, yeah. Dave has to have an some exhaust valve put on his airplane. He's got an airplane, and hopefully I'll still be here. He can take me on a ride, take me on a flight. That's going to be super, super, super duper awesome. Now, look. That sun's even out brighter. Now look how bright things have gotten up here. Now you can even see further back now. Man, that's just more than the word glorious can explain. Alright, I need to do some... that machete I got's pretty sharp, so I'm gonna get busy. That'll warm me up, just cutting wood. Alright, we got some snow coming now. Looky there. I can already feel it. It's already blocking the view of that mountain. Yeah, I can feel it on my face. So I gotta, yeah, look at that's dust blowing up too. Alright, I gotta get in my tent and get protection. I might take a nap. Anyway, I'll save the rest of that firewood for tomorrow morning. Good night, everybody. Yeah, it always takes extra. Right now, I just have the target practice 9mm. I need to get some self-defense ones, but they're just so expensive. Ammo's so expensive now. But anyway, that's what I got for protection in Alaska. But inside of my tent, got all my food and especially my water. Got my bed ready. Got my boots off. It is actually probably 45 in here, maybe 38 degrees outside. But yeah, that tarp really, I really had to fasten it down so it wouldn't flap in the wind and cause that monotonous wind noise all night. But anyway, I am happy as I've been in 4 years. So you guys, I'll see you tomorrow. I'll be heading to Whittier maybe tomorrow, depends on the weather. Then depends on that ferry too when it runs to Valdez. But you guys have a good night, and I hope you've enjoyed Alaska so far. Hey, you guys check out this new bottled water I found in Alaska today. It's called Defy. It says veteran owned, black owned, and woman owned. So I guess that's the word where defy comes from. It was a black veteran woman, so that's pretty much defying a lot of things. But it's 33.8 ounces, and it's actually pretty good bottle of water. It was like $1.38 for 33.8 ounces. It's ionized. 9.5 pH. It's kind of cold. That wind's dying down, thank gosh. Anyway, I had my little wind-up radio on Coast to Coast AM. I had to turn it down for the video, and I'm eating me some of these yummy. I love eating crackers. Yummy, yum, yum. Always eat the salty side of my tongue. I eat it upside down, my crackers. Kind of like you eat Pringles, you put them one way in your mouth. I put the salt part on my tongue and eat it. I don't know if anybody else is eccentric like that or not, but anyway, I'm gonna, oh yeah, and here's that called Subtle. Let's see. Yeah, it's only 5%. It's not really sweet, and it's not really nasty unsweet, but it's perfect amount of sugar in it. It's not too much, not too little. But anyway, I'm gonna try and get me a nap. I zipped up. Loretta sent me a veteran patch, and I stuck it. You can see it on the outside. See that silhouette right there? I put a little clip right there. It kind of turns sideways. That way, if anybody walks up, cops walk up, they'll see that. But anyway, you guys take care. I know I already said good night and see you tomorrow, but I had something else come up. It is like almost 10 o'clock, so still daylight. Alright guys, good night again, maybe. Alright, that wind finally died down to, well, no, weather radio said 8 miles an hour, but I bet it ain't even that. I know I heard a moose twice out there. I could hear the tromping around. It was a big moose just looking for some leaves to eat. I can see a little sap blowing in some of the trees, but there ain't no buds yet. There ain't even no shoots of grass. But, yeah, listen, you can't even hear no wind or anything. I can't believe the mosquitoes are already coming out. I got bit a couple of times. That's the Alaska state bird. But, anyway, yeah, that water called Defy, it's pretty neat. You have to wait in the end of the video to watch how neat. It's made by vet, made by woman, made by black woman. Anyway, this is the end of today's video. I think I'm on 4K and 8K, so I gotta get this one up, or it might not fit if it's any longer. So I am gonna go to sleep while it's dark, because it's gonna start getting daylight about 2:30 or 3 a.m. So you guys have a good night, and I'm heading to Whittier tomorrow, so that's even prettier. And anyway, hope y'all like the video.